to mention, just 15 years old. He has been identified as Jejan Burnett. He lived not far away here from the subway station on Maud Avenue. This is the end of the line for the A train, and tragically, it was the end of the line for Burnett as he was shot to death on board the southbound train yesterday, not long after school. Police say it was about 3:45 p.m. when he was on board the train in between stations, and he was with two groups of people who got into a verbal fight, and that quickly escalated to at least one shot being fired on board the train. It struck him in the chest. He was pulled off the train by a Good Samaritan, according to police, and that is when two officers who were on the platform started trying to give him CPR, but it just wasn't enough. He died at a local children's hospital. Police say there were plenty of witnesses on board the train when this chaos unfolded. They are hoping that someone knows something and comes forward. At this point, again, there were no video cameras recording on board the train, so they are still searching for those suspects this morning. However, authorities say this was not a random act.
By all accounts, this was not random. And we have seen illegal guns, illegal knives, weapons in our system. We need to get those out. This does not make our jobs any easier, the folks around me's jobs any easier.
City is out of control. Our subway system's out of control. And if all elected officials and MT management, we don't get this under control soon, this is, people are not going to ride the subway or bus.
Well, certainly concern is high among riders about the recent uptick in crime. About 42% overall crime is up this year across the subway system. And when you take a look at the number of people who have been murdered so far, that tally is at 8, certainly a shocking number, and something that police say they are intensely scrutinizing, and they are doing everything they can to prevent this type of deadly violence from breaking out on the subway system. When you compare it to last year, there were 6. Again, police this morning have not yet made any arrests in the case. They say they are looking into the possibility that this could be gang-related. That is the latest. Live in Far Rockaway, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.